Alright, we had some trouble with the difference quotient, so I'm just going to run through a few example problems. Hopefully this helps. Notice we did 105 and 106 in class. You should have the work that you did on these somewhere in your notebook, hopefully for the 1-4 section if you're staying organized. And so you can check yourself what you did against what I've got here if you missed it the first time around in class. Here we go, 103, f of x equals x squared plus x minus x plus 1, and we're going to try to find f of 2 plus h, our first function, and we're going to also try to find f of 2, our second function. So my recommendation is to find these separately and then put them back in. So here we go. Our first thing is x. We're going to replace x with 2 plus h. Our second box of x, again, we're going to replace with 2 plus h, and then we're going to add 1. We're going to solve this problem completely separately from the f of 2 problem. Let's go ahead and FOIL this out. 2 plus h squared is the same thing as saying 2 plus h times 2 plus h, which is 4 plus 2h plus 2h plus h squared. Going through it slowly, I know many of you go faster with the foiling. This will be 4 plus 4h plus h squared. We still have the rest of the problem to add in, minus 2. Remember the negative distributes. Minus h plus 1. Let's go ahead and clean this up. H squared. I have 4h minus h, so that's plus 3h. And then I have 4 minus 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So f of 2 plus h turns into h squared plus 3h plus 3. Let's go ahead and do the same steps for f of 2 and see what we get. First thing, again, plug in our x. In this case, it's 2 squared minus 2 plus 1. So this is going to equal 4 minus 2 plus 1, which is 2 plus 1 is 3. So f of 2 equals 3. Alright, we have our two individual parts. We know what this is. We know what f of 2 is. Let's go back to this equation and plug it in and subtract the 2. So we're going to say h squared plus 3h plus 3 from right here. That's our f of 2 plus h. Minus 3. And I'm going to put it in just parentheses just to recognize that this is the whole f of 2. We're going to take that and divide it all by h. Let's go ahead and simplify. 3 minus 3 goes away. We have h squared plus 3h over h. We can cancel the h's right away, or if it's easier for you to see, factor out an h. We're left with h plus 3 over h. The h's cancel, and our final difference quotient would be h plus 3. I'm going to move a little faster through the next one. 104. We have f of 5 plus h equals 5. 5 plus h minus 5 plus h squared. This turns out to be 25 plus 5h minus, I'm going to minus the entire foiling step. So this is 25 plus 10h plus h squared minus all of that. 25 minus 25 goes away. 5 minus 10h is negative 5h and negative h squared. That's part 1. Part 2, we need to find f of 5. So I'm going to go 5 times 5 minus 5 squared. The 5 is what we're putting in for x. We have 25 minus 25, so 0. We have two parts. This minus this. So if we put them together, minusing 0 does not change anything. Negative 5h minus h squared, divide by h, and we're going to be able to pull an h out here and have negative 5 minus h all over h. We'll cancel and have a final answer of negative 5 minus h. If you need to go back and look at these again, pause it or back it up and rewind it. I'm moving on to 105. All right, no numbers, just variables, x plus h. Things get a little trickier here. So f of x plus h equals x cubed, x plus h cubed plus 3 x plus h. X plus h cubed, we could think about it as x plus h squared times x plus h. So x plus h squared is x squared plus 2xh plus h squared times x plus h. I'm going to go ahead and use what's called the box method to keep myself organized. I have 3 terms, so I'm going to make 3 rectangles underneath it, and then I'm going to bring this x minus h down over here and have 2 terms, so we'll have 2 rows. Multiply straight down. X squared times x is x cubed. We'll do that for all of these. This will be 2x squared h, x h squared, x squared h, 2xh squared, and h cubed. Combine our like terms. The nice thing is that our like terms should be on a diagonal from each other. So we'll have x cubed. Notice here on the diagonal is x squared h's. So 3x squared h plus 3xh squared plus h cubed. And that's actually the formula for x plus h cubed. So that might be something you want to remember. We've got to bring down this part. We haven't dealt with that yet. Plus 3x plus 3h. Alright, we've got a whole mess of stuff in there. We need to subtract f of x. We already know that f of x equals this, so we're going to subtract it. Minus x cubed plus 3x. And remember that negative does distribute in there, so we have a negative 3x. Let's go ahead and cancel what we can. X cubed and x cubed, 3x and 3x, and go ahead and clean up our remaining terms. H cubed plus 3x h squared plus 3x squared h plus 3h. That should be 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. It is. So we've got everything there. Our final step, remember, we always need to divide by h, and so we can pull an h out in the numerator. We'd be left with h squared plus 3xh plus 3x squared plus 3 all over h. What happens to the h's? They cancel. And we're left with that as our answer. All right, last one, 106. F of x equals 4x squared minus 2x. Same steps. F of x plus h equals 4x plus h squared minus 2x plus h. So we'll have 4x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. That's foiling the squared. Minus 2x minus 2h. I'm going to distribute the 4 here, so we'll have 4x squared plus 8xh plus 4h squared minus 2x minus 2h. And let's go ahead and minus, so this is part 1, minus f of x, which we already know is this, so we're going to drop it right in. Minus 4x squared minus 2x. And we'll remember that this negative times this negative makes it a positive 2x, which will cancel out that negative 2x. We also get to cancel 4x squared and 4x squared. So we're left with 4h squared plus 8xh minus 2h. Let's divide by h. Factor out your h. 4h plus 8x minus 2 over h. We have ourselves our answer. Hopefully that helps.